There's no such thing as self-defense in Australia. A 66-year-old man, his house was broken into by armed intruders. He defended himself. In the process, one of his hands got chopped off with an axe. The police said, "We've been informed the occupant in self-defense and in an attempt to protect himself has armed himself with a knife and struck the deceased in the chest."
Yep.
We will be examining the circumstances surrounding the incident, in particular the conduct of the occupant, if the conduct was necessary and proportionate to his safety. So the police have gone out of their way to make it clear they need to investigate whether having your hand partially chopped off with a axe and nearly being dead when they came in and you have to get airlifted to the hospital in a barely conscious state. Whether it is reasonable to stab one of them back.
Yeah.
They only partially chopped his hand off with an axe, right? So, like, if they're not going to chop the full thing off, it'll grow back. He'll be fine. You take this to any other circumstance, and then the police are like, we need to investigate whether that guy, the guy who was sitting at home and got attacked with an axe, whether he was in the wrong.
So this is what I hate. The sheer fact that they literally made the point. We are investigating the circumstances of whether the victim's actions were reasonable or not.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
And again, it's not like they didn't just break into the house with an axe. They actually attacked him with it, nearly chopped his hand off, and he was nearly dead. And so it's not like, oh, he wasn't actually under attack. Even though they break in with an axe, he didn't feel threatened at all. No, he literally was threatened.
Yeah. At what point can you actually defend yourself?
And this is where...
this is what it seems like, that you're not actually allowed to defend yourself.
This is an article in Australia. Can you protect your home against an intruder? The legal reality is a minefield. Genuinely, if you're in Australia, someone comes into your house and they want to steal stuff, run away because... You can't defend yourself. Just give them your shit. Just give them. I
think one of the things.
Here, sir, take my phone.
No, one of the things they tell you to do
I'll suck your dick if I have to.
Is actually they tell you leave your keys near the front door
so that they can just take it.
So that they can just take your car.
So it depends on what is reasonably necessary in all of the circumstances. Let's just say that someone with an axe walks into your house. Now, you need to determine when it becomes legally necessary to fight back. They start running at you.
Yep.
Not necessary. How close do they have to be to stabbing you? Does it become necessary? Because you could also argue it's not necessary. You could have jumped on the ground, opened your asshole and said, just stick it in there, buddy. If you need me to sign the deed of the house over to you for free, it's yours.
And
I'll pay the stamp duty and the taxes so that you don't have to worry about it, sir. Let's just say that you do get into a fight with someone who breaks in and they come and try to stab you and then you wrestle the knife out of their hand and they've hit you, but then you hit them back. You need to determine how much they're fighting back and you need to really process what you really need to do is just be like, sir, can you just wait a second? I need to just go through the legal process in my mind. Yeah.
While I'm in the middle of trying to defend myself.
Can you just hold on a minute? I got to call my lawyer and ask how much is reasonable to punch you in the face. Was it reasonable for you to disarm them? You need to massage him to make sure he's okay at that point.
What kind of massage?
What kind of massage? What is the appropriate massage to give? Do you think we can call a masseuse and ask, what is the appropriate massage to give when someone breaks into your house with a knife and you've disarmed them and they're on the ground and you want to make sure that they're okay?
Tie them up in handcuffs.
No, that would be unreasonable. Don't be unreasonable. We're in a modern society with laws. You need to be reasonable. You're breaking the law by unlawfully detaining them. So if they break into your house and they try to attack you, you disarm them and you hold them down, you are the scumbag criminal for unlawfully detaining them, assaulting them, or there may even be suggestion that someone's been unlawfully killed. Either way, a person well-meaning, well-intentioned, defending their own property may find themselves in court, having to explain their behavior. You can have your hand chopped off with an axe. If you try to restrain them with your one remaining hand after you've had your hand chopped off with an axe, you are a criminal. You disgusting pig sitting there watching TV at home when these people come into your house with a knife, an axe, chop off your hand, you pick up a kitchen knife, try to defend yourself. What an absolute scumbag you are. Imagine someone breaks into your house, you tell them a knock-knock joke, they fall over. Yeah, that's the greatest knock-knock joke ever. They fall over.
They find it offensive. Yeah. And they end up suing you because they've slipped over on something. And
Yeah, because of
caused
your
damage.
offensive knock-knock joke.
God.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get out of the house.
You call a friend and complain that they didn't let you leave when you wanted to, and so therefore I'm going to have them arrested. Your party went too long, and I
You're
felt it was unreasonable.
You're holding me against my will.
Yeah, if anyone, so like, let's say that you're at someone's house and like you're there at the end and everyone else is left. And they're like, oh, can you help me like clean up the dishes? You'd be like, I'm going to call the police. This is unreasonable.
I reckon someone under the age of 25 would actually do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a matter of time. In Australia, it is very important that if someone breaks into your house, just give it to them.
Yeah.
It's unreasonable to do anything bad.
You can't defend yourself anymore.
Even if they've chopped your hand off.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what they've done to you.
That's okay.